Ladybirds, I'm Daphne Quay, your boss lady realtor. Today we are at Ladybird Lake and at Zilker Park. I wanted to show you some things that you could do and what these areas look like and what they've got to offer. So let's go, let's go on this little adventure together. Ladybird Lake is really popular in Austin. Number one, because it is literally in the middle of town. And number two, it's popular because it has become kind of like the heartbeat of Austin. You can always see people on runs there. You can see people walking there. I do see people on bikes there a lot of the times. I see folks out with their puppies. I see folks out with their kiddos. And it's cool because you could see all sorts of people there. You can see like people that might be on their lunch break that look like they were like working. And then you see people that are like there strictly to work out and get a workout in. So right now I am on my way over to Ladybird Lake. And if you've been there, if you have questions about it, like let me know kind of what your experience has been in the Ladybird Lake area. Like leave a comment. I want to know what you guys like to do over there. It's always fun to hear from you folks. I think the feel of the Ladybird Lake running trail, that's probably one of the things that really has not changed very much in Austin in the last decade that I've been here. There's more people that go there than they did before because our population has grown. But generally the vibe is the same. It's always been really friendly. It's always been very fitness and health centered. Everybody's always really upbeat and happy to be there. So as I'm telling you, I'm kind of realizing at the same time, this is one of the unchanged portions of Austin, which is beautiful and it needs to be celebrated. And then, of course, right on Ladybird Lake, we have Zilker Park. Zilker Park is ginormous. It's really, really big. There are different pockets of it, I think, that are connected to Ladybird Lake. It's so big and so popular that we have a lot of events that happen there. The biggest one, of course, is ACL, Austin City Limits, which is a music festival. We have thousands of people come into Austin from out of town and even other parts of the country. I've met Canadians that come to ACL. I've met folks that come from Mexico and Central America to go to ACL. It's kind of a big deal. And the atmosphere there is really cool. It's right on the lake. So you're looking at the lake and you're looking at downtown, and it's beautiful. It's really cool. There's lots to do there. Right now we are at the Barton Springs Pool, which is a natural springs pool. It is made up of natural waters in the middle of Austin. Barton Springs Pool is actually super, super popular. And of course, we are here during the winter months, so there's not as many people here. But during the summer, this place is lined with humans that are out sunbathing or hanging out, folks in the pool. There's always a lot of people here. One of the things that makes it really popular, especially I think for the Texas weather, during the summer when it gets up to the hundreds, when it gets to 110 degrees, the water is consistently 68 degrees year round. So I guess depending on what time of year you're in, that could either be really very cold or mildly warm. I don't know. Anyhow, the water is always consistently pretty chilly, I would say, at 68 degrees. And of course, the running trail being directly on the lake, water activities are really popular on Ladybird Lake, right? Because it's a lake, it's water. One of the things that people love to do in Austin, particularly in the summer, obviously not in the winter because it's too cold, is stand-up paddleboarding, canoeing, and kayaking. I always have a tough time saying that word. I'm not a rower, but I always see people that are rowing on the lake. UT Austin has a rowing club, where they train. And the people that just enjoy rowing, a rowboat. There are actually a couple spots where you can rent stand-up paddleboards, canoes, kayaks, and water toys, so you can do water activities. Like I said, it's super popular in the summer. When we went there for this video, it was cold. It was 52 degrees out and very windy, as I'm sure you can tell. And of course, there was nobody there because it's too stinking cold. But generally during the summer, very, very busy, really cool, and a wonderful atmosphere. Along with all the water activities, one of the things that I think the city of Austin puts on, it maybe not, but maybe it's a private group that does this, but they do Moonlight Serenade. where they basically get a band. It can be any kind of music, and they get them like on a floating like platform, like a big floating stage essentially, and they're playing their music for like a couple hours, and people rent kayaks or canoes and they just follow them up and down the river while they're playing their music. It's really cool, and they usually play until dark. It's very Austin. It's very cool. I love that they put that on during the summer. I believe they do it like 4 or 6 weeks out of the summer months. So if you want more information on that, look up Moonlight Serenade Austin. So personally, some of the things that I like to do when I go to Ladybird Lake, I might go with my boyfriend, I might go with a friend, I might go with a couple people. I don't know. In this video, it's me and my boyfriend prancing around, as you can see. We'll go for a walk, we'll do some workouts. From what I understand, there is a 20-mile loop all the way from Mopac, which is west, down to Pleasant Valley, which is pretty far east. So if you're wanting to do a big loop, that's the loop to do. It's the loop to go on. But one of my favorite places to go is the Long Center, and it's a center where we have lots of events, concerts. Austin Ballet performs there, and they have this phenomenal, enormous patio that overlooks downtown. It's gorgeous at all times of day, and it is even more stunning at night. The panoramic view of downtown proper, and all the lights are on in the buildings, and it just looks beautiful. It looks like jewelry. I love it. It's such a cute, like, romantic place to hang out. Before we continue, I want to ask you to please subscribe and click the notification button so you get notified every time I do a video like this one. If you are loving this Ladybird Lake and Zilker Park video, leave a comment. I know there's a lot of activities that I missed out because there's so much going on there. So like, let me know what you like to do in these areas. Like, we can go explore, we can do a video based off of your recommendations and ideas and experiences. I love hearing from you guys. So if you've watched a few of my other videos, you've probably at some point heard me talk about Whole Foods. And I talk about Whole Foods a lot because, well, it was started in Austin, number one, and then they have several really convenient locations. So a lot of times when I'm gonna have a picnic at Zilker Park, I'll stop at the Whole Foods downtown. I'll pick up some lunch, get some water, or, you know, kind of depending on what the occasion is, but we'll get some food there, and then we'll sit on the Long Center patio and overlook the downtown area. So today when we were filming, there were not a lot of people because it was kind of chilly out. I think it was like 52 degrees outside, and it was also very windy. But we've been there multiple times before, and we went earlier in the summer of last year, and we just went like on a normal evening, and it was packed full of people. There were people just walking, there were people sitting there were people doing like acro yoga, there was a group of guys playing like mini soccer. There were people taking their dogs out for walks. Like, there's just so much happening there when the weather is good. It's a really, really popular part of town, and it's free. Like, you don't have to pay a cover to get in. You don't have to buy dinner to get in. You like just go and hang out and enjoy the beautiful, beautiful scenery that downtown has to offer. So that is everything that I've got to share with you about Ladybird Lake and the Zilker Park little area pocket. I really love doing videos like this because it gets us out of the office and it kind of like gets us to be a little bit more creative. They're different than the normal neighborhood videos that we typically do, or like market updates that we'll typically do. So if you want more videos like this one, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your ideas. Also, as always, if you're thinking about buying a home or selling a home in the Austin area, please feel free to reach out. You can reach me via email or Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Daphne Quay, your Boss Lady Realtor. Until next time.